pornography, a word that often evokes discomfort and unease. It exists in the shadows, whispered about, but rarely confronted head-on. Despite its pervasive presence, it remains a taboo topic, shrouded in secrecy and shame. Yet its impact is undeniable, shaping perceptions of sex, relationships, and even our own bodies. It distorts our understanding of intimacy and love, creating unrealistic expectations and fostering dissatisfaction. The ease of access and anonymity make pornography a potent force, easily slipping from casual viewing into addiction. With just a few clicks, anyone can access an endless stream of explicit content, making it a constant temptation. Millions, young and old, find themselves ensnared in the web of pornography. It doesn't discriminate, affecting people from all walks of life, regardless of age, gender, or background. This isn't just about numbers, it's about lives impacted and relationships strained. The emotional toll is profound, leading to feelings of guilt, shame, and isolation. The human cost is immense, leaving brokenness and unanswered questions. Families are torn apart, trust is eroded, and individuals struggle with their self-worth. It's time to drag pornography out of the shadows and into the light of critical examination. We need to have open and honest conversations about its effects and the ways it infiltrates our lives. We must be bold, honest, and unwavering in our commitment to expose the truth about pornography's grip. This means educating ourselves and others, seeking help when needed, and supporting those affected. The stakes are too high to remain passive observers in this silent epidemic. Together, we can challenge the status quo, break the silence, and work towards a healthier, more informed society. By transformation of the mind, God's strength, definitive decisions, building knowledge and understanding, we can help those struggling with addiction find the strength to overcome it. Purity over perversion, decision over desires, faith the overcomes. Let's commit to making a change, one step at a time. Every conversation, every piece of education, and every act of support brings us closer to addressing this silent epidemic head-on. The journey may be challenging, but with determination and unity, we can create a future where the demons of pornography no longer hold power over our lives, free from its deadly grip. The human brain is remarkably susceptible to the lure of instant gratification. Pornography exploits this vulnerability with its constant stream of novel visuals. Each click triggers a surge of dopamine, creating a powerful feedback loop. Over time, the brain craves more extreme content to achieve the same arousal. This is the slippery slope of addiction, where pleasure becomes compulsion. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for impulse control, is overwhelmed. Recognizing the harmful consequences, the urge to indulge often proves too strong. Watching pornography is not just a weakness, but a complex interplay of spiritual, biological, and environmental factors. Recognizing this is the first step towards breaking the stigma and providing support. Pornography presents a highly unrealistic portrayal of sex and relationships. It distorts expectations and fosters unhealthy attitudes. Intimacy is stripped of emotional depth, reduced to physical pleasure. Consent, communication, and respect are often absent or misrepresented. This can lead to dangerous misconceptions about acceptable behavior. It's essential to remember that pornography is not a reflection of reality. By critically evaluating its messages, we can cultivate a healthier understanding of intimacy. Pornography has insidiously seeped into the fabric of our society, normalizing behaviors once considered taboo. The lines between fantasy and reality blur, infiltrating mainstream media and casual conversations. This normalization chips away at our collective moral compass. The objectification of women becomes increasingly accepted. Violence against women, disguised as eroticism, desensitizes viewers. The exploitation of vulnerable individuals becomes a commodity. We must challenge this normalization and refuse to allow exploitation to become the norm. Promoting media literacy and critical thinking is essential to reclaiming a culture of respect and dignity. Technology has been a game changer in the debate surrounding pornography. The internet, with its promise of anonymity and instant access, has become a breeding ground for consumption. Smartphones, tablets, and laptops make it easier than ever to access pornography discreetly. High-speed internet allows for seamless streaming, reducing barriers to entry. Algorithms on social media and search engines normalize and proliferate pornography. The anonymity of the internet creates a false sense of security. This detachment from reality, coupled with the addictive nature of pornography, has devastating consequences. We must recognize the role of technology in fueling addiction and address it accordingly. While often consumed in solitude, the impacts of pornography extend far beyond the individual. It creates a chasm in relationships, fostering unrealistic expectations and hindering genuine intimacy. Partners may feel inadequate, comparing themselves to unattainable standards. Communication suffers, replaced by suspicion and a breakdown of trust. The act of hiding consumption leads to shame, guilt, and isolation. This isolation exacerbates the problem, creating a cycle of addiction and disconnection. The virtual world becomes a substitute for real-life connections, leaving individuals unfulfilled. Recognizing that pornography thrives in isolation is crucial. By opening lines of communication and seeking help, we can rebuild healthy relationships. The consequences of prolonged pornography use extend far beyond the screen. Studies show a strong correlation between excessive consumption and increased levels of anxiety and depression. Unrealistic beauty standards and associated shame chip away at self-esteem. For young people, the impact can be particularly damaging. Exposure to explicit content at a young age warps understanding of sex and relationships. The normalization of violence in pornography desensitizes viewers. The objectification of bodies fuels body image issues and eating disorders. Acknowledging the mental health implications is crucial for providing support and healing. The fight against the harms of pornography begins with awareness. We must shine a light on this pervasive issue, dispelling myths and misconceptions. Open and honest conversations about the impacts of pornography are crucial. Young people need accurate information about healthy relationships and the dangers of pornography. Support and resources for those struggling with addiction are vital. Breaking the cycle requires compassion and recognition that addiction can be broken. This is not a battle against pleasure, but a fight for the health of our relationships and society. By working together, we can break the chains of addiction and create a world where purity, God's principles, intimacy, and respect prevail. Imagine a world where purity is over perversion, a world where intimacy is a sacred space of vulnerability and trust. Marriage and family are honored, a world where young people are empowered with knowledge and self-respect. Purity over perversion. This is the world we must strive to create. It requires a fundamental shift and transformation in our mindsets. We must challenge industries that profit from harm and support organizations combating pornography's influence. Purity over perversion. The stakes are too high to remain silent. Let us choose hope, action, and together reclaim our humanity from the grip of perversion and pornography.